Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're diving into Tim Burton's Corpse Bride.
Oh, Corpse Bride, such a visually stunning film and surprisingly heartfelt.
Right. It's got that classic Burton darkness, but with this surprising emotional depth.
Absolutely.
So we're going to unpack what makes this movie tick.
Sounds good to me.
Now, for anyone who hasn't taken the plunge into this world, imagine a gloomy Victorian village.
Oh, yes.
And then this stark contrast, this vibrant land of the dead.
Yeah, that's classic Burton contrasting these worlds.
We meet Victor Van Dort. He's our groom-to-be, but definitely on the anxious side.
Yeah, bit of a nervous Nelly.
Totally. And his fiancée, Victoria Everglot, she's beautiful, but you can tell she's kind of neglected.
A little overlooked, yeah.
Then we have Emily.
Ah, Emily. Our captivating Corpse Bride.
She really steals the show.
Absolutely. Right from the beginning, you see Burton contrasting the living world and the land of the dead visually.
Oh,
The
definitely.
village is all like muted tones, almost suffocating, and then bam, we're in the land of the dead.
And it's exploding with color.
It's like a party down there. Makes you almost want to.
Rethink what death is all about.
Maybe. But speaking of a different kind of party, that wedding rehearsal scene, poor Victor.
Oh my gosh, talk about a disaster.
The dropped ring, the fumbled vows.
Setting Lady Everglot's dress on fire. It's too much.
Pure comedic genius. You can't help but laugh.
Even with all the anxiety you feel for Victor.
Exactly. And it's that anxiety that leads him to the forest where he stumbles upon Emily.
And unknowingly proposes.
Talk about a twist of fate.
It's brilliant how Burton takes this classic, scary corpse trope and flips it on its head.
For sure.
Emily is charming, she's witty, and then you learn her story.
Murdered on her wedding day. Tragic.
It adds this whole other layer to her character.
And that's where that emotional depth starts to kick in.
Absolutely.
You see how much she yearns for love, how she was robbed of her happiness.
It makes you really empathize with her.
Completely. And you see Victor soften towards her.
He's drawn to her spirit, her story.
And then there's that scene where they reunite Victor with his childhood dog, Scraps.
Oh my gosh, my heart.
Even in the afterlife, she's trying to ease his pain.
So much empathy. It's a beautiful moment. It really makes you think about Victor's predicament.
Oh, absolutely. He's caught between these two worlds, these two women.
And he's got this sense of duty to Emily, but you can see his feelings for Victoria growing.
Yeah, it's that classic love triangle, but Burton adds these layers of societal pressure, too.
Right. It's not just about who Victor loves, it's about what's expected of him.
Exactly. And let's not forget about Victoria's predicament. She's stuck dealing with her own set of problems back in the land of the living.
Totally. While Victor's off gallivanting with a corpse bride, she's trying to navigate a forced marriage.
With that creep, Lord Barkis Bittern. Talk about a bad taste in suitors. And her family's no help at all.
They totally dismiss her claims about Victor's disappearance.
Yeah, they're blinded by social standing, by appearances. It's like they don't even care about Victoria's happiness.
So frustrating. And speaking of appearances, did you pick up on all the foreshadowing with Barkis?
Oh, absolutely. Burton drops those little hints about his true nature right from the start.
He puts on that act, but there's something sinister lurking beneath the surface.
Exactly. It's what makes him such a great villain. You never quite know what he's going to do next.
Speaking of contrast, can we talk about the wedding preparations?
Oh, the juxtaposition is brilliant.
On one hand, you've got this gloomy, almost morbid affair being planned for Victoria and Barkis.
And then bam, the land of the dead throws a party that would make anyone want to dance a skeleton jig.
It's so true. The living are all doom and gloom, and the dead are like, let's celebrate.
They're literally bursting with life. It's like Burton is challenging our whole perception of death.
And that scene where the dead come up from the underworld to visit their loved ones?
Chills.
So heartwarming and funny at the same time. Those skeletons cracking jokes one minute and then sharing tender moments with their families the next.
It's classic Burton blending humor and pathos so effortlessly.
You're laughing one minute, then tearing up the next. It's a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what really got me?
What's that?
That moment when Barkis's true colors are revealed during the wedding chaos.
Oh, yeah. When we find out he's just a gold-digging scoundrel.
He was after her fortune the whole time. Talk about a plot twist.
And the way Victoria stands up to him, so satisfying.
Yes. She finally breaks free from societal expectations and makes her own choice.
It's a real turning point for her character.
And then there's Victor. Oh, Victor. He decides the only honorable thing to do is to drink the poison and join Emily in death.
Can you imagine making such a sacrifice for love?
It's heartbreaking, especially because you can see how much Emily cares for him.
She doesn't want him to throw his life away.
And that's when she stops him. right? That's the real turning point of the whole film.
It's true. She realizes that true love means putting Victor's happiness first.
And then that visual with Emily transforming into butterflies, so powerful.
Talk about a metaphor. She's letting go of her past pain, finding peace.
It's beautiful. But before she departs, remember how she was murdered?
Oh, yeah. Left at the altar. Tragic story.
Well, we find out who did it.
Wait, really? Who is it?
Lord Barkis Bittern, our charming villain.
No way! I didn't see that coming. That's crazy.
Right. The plot thickens. And guess what?
What happens?
He gets his just desserts, kind of remembers that poison.
The one Victor was gonna drink. Yeah.
Barkis drinks it. Accidentally, of course.
Wow. Talk about karma coming back to bite you.
Right. You can't escape your past actions.
Yeah.
But in the end, Victor and Victoria are free to be together, all thanks to Emily.
It's bittersweet. You're happy for them, but Emily...
She sacrificed so much.
Exactly. But what an ending. Those visuals, Emily flying into the moonlight, just breathtaking.
Stunning. But it's not just the visuals, right? This film stays with you because of the emotional depth. Burton really outdid himself.
Absolutely. The gothic architecture, the expressive characters, it's classic Burton. But the heart of this film, the love, the loss, the redemption, that's what makes it special.
He took these dark, gothic themes and made them humorous and heartwarming. And can we talk about Danny Elfman's score for a second?
Don't even get me started. Pure genius. Those catchy tunes get stuck in your head for days.
They really do. It's the perfect blend of whimsical and eerie, and the voice acting. Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter, Emily Watson, they brought their A-game.
Phenomenal cast. They embodied those characters perfectly. And let's not forget the stop-motion animation.
Every frame a work of art.
The detail, it's incredible. They brought those puppets to life. It's true craftsmanship.
It really is magical. So would you say Corpse Bride is one of Burton's best?
It's definitely up there. This film has it all. What did you think about the film? Let us know in the comments.
And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of film. Until next time.